June 15, 1836. Becoming Arkansas. Arkansas officially became the 25th state of the United States. This event marked a significant step in the territorial growth of the nation during the early 19th century. Arkansas had been established as a separate territory in 1819, carved from the southern portion of the Missouri Territory. Its path to statehood reflected the westward expansion policies of the federal government and the growing political tensions over the balance of free and slave states. Arkansas was initially populated by Native American tribes, including the Quapaw, Osage, and Caddo. French and Spanish explorers claimed the region in the 17th and 18th centuries. The United States acquired the territory as part of the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, which nearly doubled the size of the young nation. Afterward, the region gradually drew settlers from the southern United States, particularly from Tennessee, Mississippi, and Georgia. These settlers brought enslaved African Americans with them and established cotton plantations in the fertile river valleys. By the early 1830s, the population of Arkansas Territory had grown substantially. Under the Northwest Ordinance of 1787, a territory could apply for statehood once it reached a population of 60,000. Arkansas met this requirement and petitioned Congress for admission to the Union. On June 15, 1836, Congress approved the request, and President Andrew Jackson signed the act admitting Arkansas as a slave state. This maintained the balance of power in the U.S. Senate between slave and free states, as Michigan was admitted as a free state later that same year. The admission of Arkansas also carried strategic importance. Located along the Mississippi River and bordered by Missouri, Louisiana, and the Indian Territory, Arkansas was positioned as a gateway between the southern states and the expanding western frontier. Its entry into the Union further extended federal authority into the southwestern region, strengthening national presence in the area and promoting settlement through the distribution of public lands. The new state constitution adopted in 1836 reflected the political and social structures of the Old South. It established a bicameral legislature, a governor with limited powers, and a judicial branch. Slavery was explicitly protected in the Constitution, reinforcing Arkansas's identification with Southern economic and political interests. The Constitution also barred free African Americans from settling in the state without special legislative approval, demonstrating the legal reinforcement of racial hierarchies. Arkansas's statehood did not bring immediate economic prosperity. Much of the region remained sparsely populated and lacked infrastructure. Transportation was limited, and many settlers practiced subsistence agriculture. However, the state's admission facilitated greater investment in roads, schools, and public institutions. Over time, the Mississippi and Arkansas rivers became vital trade routes, enhancing economic activity in eastern Arkansas. The admission of Arkansas also deepened the national debate over slavery. As a slave state, Arkansas contributed to the sectional divisions that would eventually lead to the American Civil War. During the 1860 election, Arkansas voted for John C. Breckinridge, a pro-slavery Democrat. In 1861, following the outbreak of the Civil War, Arkansas seceded from the Union and joined the Confederate States of America. The state became a site of several major military campaigns, including the Battle of Pea Ridge in 1862. Despite the turbulence of the 19th century, Arkansas's entry into the Union marked a permanent transformation in its political status. From a frontier territory, it became an integral part of the United States, with representation in Congress and influence in federal decision-making. The transition to statehood allowed the people of Arkansas to participate more fully in the political life of the nation, even as the legacy of slavery and displacement of native peoples cast a long shadow over its development. The significance of June 15, 1836, lies not only in the expansion of the United States' geographic borders, but also in the reinforcement of the sectional lines that defined American politics in the antebellum period. Arkansas' statehood was a milestone in the continuing process of national expansion, reflecting the political, economic, and social dynamics that shaped the United States during a period of intense growth and change.